Hey folks, hey chickadees, welcome to the Sunday stream. A little later than usual, but you know, I'm happy to be here with you. Got a little sleep in, me and Mrs. Rooster, and then ready to deal with Swarm Sunday. Got some new stuff. I tiered up the Franklin A, so we'll see. It looks like it's going to perform a lot better for Swarm Sunday, so we'll test that out. And Quark is testing me with this test of his. Most definitely, like I said in the title, because that dang domination is like the most unpleasant domination of domination events possible, as far as I'm concerned. So, no thrilling there. Let's see. Just making sure my sound check looks good, which it does. So we can dig into these events and kind of see how things are going. So let's see. Also, is this actually working? Looks like it is. All right. Well, that's a bell and whistle. Literally a bit of a whistle or a horn for us. And we haven't had that before. All right. Let's press help. I was looking at the events. Of course, we got Quark stuff, so I'm going to be trying to get things going. Let's start with the anomalous phenomenon. Let's get that knocked out of the way, and come to me, Discovery Peoples. Get off the ship. There you go. 3. Let's just put some of them down below. We don't need it, but let's do it. Discovery's coming along. Speaking of needing to spend 3 stars, I just need more of this spore drive component. I've been trying to get the summoning going. One or two more updates and research, and I can finally get that going. It's been taking a while. So just double checking that it's the normal I get to jump around. Yes, I can jump around. So let's go complete this. The easiest event of the week. Jump. And jump here. Third jump is the charm, typically. Let it do it. Verify that it all counted. Yep, jump home time. Alright, jump home. Man, done. We'll come look at this stuff actually after we get some stuff set. Let's see, where's Pike? There's Pike. So let's get that Franklin A now. Tier 2. Yay. Make sure we get, don't make the mistake that I have made. Get Talon on there. Not, I will leave. I'll leave there because now we can upgrade the level finally. Alright, yeah. So when we get to 10, it'll take advantage of having another person below deck. Go to those 37s, and I ran it a second time yesterday after I tiered it up, just because Cosmic Cleanup was on, so I was just like, well, let's kill things. I went to kill as many 37s as I could, and I think I could kill like 16 or 17 in a hull. which was a nice improvement. Now, for Swarm Sunday, we'll focus on 35s, so that'll be kind of cool. At least I better double check. I did go up an ops level, but I don't think it changed. Heroic. 32s, 35s. There we go. And just anything. So, okay. Now we got this. This is the event that makes me cry. I mean, the truth is, it doesn't really pay out that well. Just some Latinum and some tokens, Ultra and Premiums. I mean, but only from Research Station and Defenses. So I've been trying to work on that. It took a lot yesterday on that. So, all right. Now let's trick out some of these guys. Let's see. And it's a defense-based. I feel like, well, Nero and Gort. Well, let's go collect, because I think we want to try out some different officer stuff. And then Science Lab, the Foundry. Let's push for let's see, let's complete one of these guys though. And we'll do an exocomp like we did yesterday. I think we have a building one. Give me a plug to charge this phone. If sliders worked better, I'd use them, but they kind of suck. So anyway, all right. Station, repair, research, build. Okay, we good. I've been working on these, so 20%. And we'll do another dock so I can do a gun. And that spends some crystal, which will help us with the Quark test. And just a reminder that all my spending that I'm supposed to do or get rewarded for is already spent, and I've just begun the day on that. So press help, you pretties. Let's see, now we'll go to way teams here. All right, lead expedition. This is the one we're using Nero to try to get critical. Didn't get it again. So, and when you don't get it, you really miss out because you didn't get much. Laromi is hello. How you doing today? Sorry, I'm a little later on the YouTube than normally. I'll be on Twitch after this, but got some extra sleep. Forgot to set an alarm. Feel a little refreshed, so I'm not. So, how are you today? All right, got all these lovelies back, so we have maximum offerage. Also, we're looking. See, lead expedition. How many hours do we have before we jump into this? Okay, got a few. I tend to get that one anyway, so let's power creep, prime real estate, exocomp, way team, get us going. Well, we get our swarm dailies added to that. I think that's 110 points from the completion of that. So happy Sunday, Laramie. Unless is it another day for you, or are you in a time zone closer to mine? I don't recall. Oh, it's 115 points. Let's see here. We're going to do double Stellas, and we're going to test out for the Stella event. We're going to test out first faction officers and things like that. So Kirkspot Khan. And let's get Kirkspot Khan the whole defense treatment. So we'll end up stealing them off the other ship, most likely. Yes. We're taking the best. 20,000. There you go. And that's the secondary one. You're in Wisconsin. Okay, so yeah, that's not so far. Time zones. Some folks on, you know, in the YouTube stream are coming in from Monday on, like in Australia or something. Or much later in the UK. Well, let's see here. I think with this one we may go, we're going to do some mix it up. We may do some hull breaching. Gorkon, Kurla. It's like I might... Gorkon, Kurla, Giorgio might actually be... We'll test it. Come to us, Giorgio. Just to see if we can get burning and hull breaching going on. Although, if we just get some extra... Let's see here. She doesn't need to be there. What does she do here? Increases the armor piercing. He's going to increase the critical hit. You know, that seems like that'll actually do okay, so... And maybe we just go for tackage below deck. It's a test. We need to do a test. No, just killing Imada. Killing the transports. I'm going for, it's a damage dealt one, so so I've played around with this. I can certainly do the grind with Pike and all that, but of course Pike's going to be busy. So we'll start over here and just send both ships out. What we're looking at is with if I manage to get more damage this way, since they're not that hard to repair and everything. So want to look at hull breaching. I'm using Morale Crew and Khan. And hey, Bobby G, how you doing? Happy Sunday. So we'll test those out and just kind of look at the points. You know, I mean, if we only kill 35s and then come back, we'll change out to some kind of mitigation stuff. But this is one where I've accelerated. Sometimes we can move up. We might be able to move up into some higher parts of the exchange and do some extra damage. And it may be worth it for accelerating this event. Especially because I have two maxed out, or two max tiered Stellas right now until I get one up to scrap. So we'll see. So also we need, we're just gonna swarm it. Swarm, we've done this. We need to dominate for the test, and I'm at 49. I've dropped one already, and we're trying to. I want to finish in the top 50 and get at least 8 shards of Quark. So I've not yet begun to fight. Is, I think, the answer, but getting ships out as reminders here. So. There's the baby Franklin. Just working on maxing that out, so it'll be done. I'll use it as part if we need any extra kills for the final parts, rather than resending the Franklin after the Franklin A is done its hour. We should be able to finish it off with the Franklin and allow it to get some leveling up. And it has better cargo for getting those frequency modulators, so. Thank you, Mrs. Roosters. Let me know. Made some food for us. And then... I probably will just mine some ISO while we're doing, because between ISO and data and that kind of thing, I might need data more. So we'll take a peek and look while everything's flying. Let's look. Here's the 300. Get your coffee, get your tea. I ran the kettle, so I'm trying to get tea closer to being made. But right now I'm still needing my coffee. I had to wake up for a minute or two. So Bobby G, how's your Sunday going as well? And welcome back. Good to see you guys. Good to see the same names as well as new names coming in on our YouTube streams and everything. Hope you hope you checked out the YouTube videos this week about the Mining Monday changes and then the improved changes based on your feedback, you know, and all that. And then tomorrow we'll look at the stream to, you know, talking more about what it was like and how it experienced. I'm more excited. That was finally a positive change. The Fisha should be able to mine Latinum, but that hasn't changed. But and the amalgam they need to announce the amalgam free to grind path. But some improvement. While I think people are imploding on the other side of Scopely with Marvel Strike Force. Oh, we're shy on these. Okay, well, we'll get those. And I haven't run any of these, did I? Nope. We'll do some Emanas at some point. Shoot for some epics. And speaking of which, that data, yeah, it's so much easier to run that data, so. In fact, I probably will. Let's go ahead, because it's going to be a little less time sensitive. I mean, we'll set a timer, but that's about it. Where's the data? The data shit. What I mean is officer updates. There's Joaquin. So, and cargo is now up to 208. So that's more than three sits in Ilmatar. All right. Well, first let's take a look at the Gorkon set and the thing. Then we'll go over to, because we'll see how bad this is or how not bad it is. Okay, where's my are both my ships in the same place? Where's B? Okay, I want to move it. I want to move them in different spots. I think I'm gonna move A down here. I won't get that 35, but I'll get that 33 most likely. We'll start just kind of seeing, can we get some extra damage on these guys? I mean, I may have to hit higher, but we'll, you know, we'll start checking it out. So 3.07, I mean, that's going to be a kill. So these guys aren't a problem to kill. I'm just going to come down here. So there's a 34. This is morale, and I've got morale with max con on it now. What's your highest miner level and tier wise? Do you mean of all miners, Bobby? Or because right now I have 2 tier 9 Horizons. I have an Antares that is, I think, tier 6 or 7. And I've got a Cavort ready for me to pop out, which I'll pop out tomorrow during the Mining Monday event. I've been building it, and because that's going to give me points. Although I'm not going to need it now with the changes because of concentrated lat being good. Okay, well, Gorkon only hit a 33, so that should be remembered. It's like he's far less harmed, but so minor wise, and we'll get this set up on some data mining, just so we can get a good data stockpile. But yeah, Bobby, if you're talking about we got max horizons. I ended up maxing some of those. Well, one, I found a need for it. I've started realizing I need the faction miners more, because I'm starting to mine regularly in places where only a maxed horizon can get to, and I had like, you know, I have like a untouched, unleveled up horizon, so I ended up maxing the second one so that I had 2 places I could get to when I'm doing a lot of mining. Let's see here, and then, but then even then, sometimes I'm hitting some stuff where I want to mine a material that's in some not deep space, but getting deeper, and I need a little more. So that's why I'm now making the cavort, and I'm working on the Valkeys with the blueprints from the Armada chest. The common wisdom earlier in the game, like a year or more ago, was to not worry too much about those faction miners because of the resource costs and the lack of sourcing for a lot of that. But that has changed, and generally people are now more okay with them. Plus, they help you, you know, with that mining in, you know, in deeper space stuff. Even a little bit, they start going where no man has gone before, and the game's got you doing that more. Let's see. Here's my chaser. You have a max horizon 2. How much are you willing to get into the factions? Well, I don't know if I'll max, but I also, something else I use them for, now this is before I had epic ships, because was when we have these G3 spend events and that I want to be competitive in, often I can spend in my miners to try to help compete. So that, to me, that's actually a positive. Let's see here. So often to me, that's a positive. So, because you can spend them on the horizons, which I can get use out of, or on the faction miners and all that for events. So it's kind of like waiting until there's these events, because for a long time I had a lot of maxed out ships before I got my auger, and eventually now I'll get my D4 and my enterprise and all that. But I had, you know, my Burrell was near max, but I could only do stuff based. It was really locked behind some stuff. Let's see here. All right, let's get the timer on this. And then I just didn't, you know, my Saladin and my Bortus were already maxed out. I wasn't going to max the Mayflower at the time, and I still haven't, because I need the gas for the Burrell. Let me just get this timer set up. It's not right. So sometimes you kind of need some ships that you can blow some resources into, you know, in order to compete in some of these events. Faction miners require so much crystal, I might wait at 35 a bit long. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, well, you know, when you're ready, or, you know, if I had something else to spend it on, I do, and I will now as I work on my epic ship some more. And right now, I'm trying not to spend any more ore until I get to 39. Because I'm now at 37, and I'm short a few. Let's see if we can get this. Let's try Gorkon on the 35. This is an attack all build, so this is probably going to hurt a lot, but it's a cheap, fast repair. And there's 2, so let's see if we can get there. No, that other person's on it. So 5.48 damage. Probably, yeah, that like took him out. So I probably need to be running this one up high as a suicide. Hit like a 37 or something, where I can do more than that 5 damage. Hopefully. At least with that one. That's kind of the thought. Let's see, hey, there's a 35. Morale through against that with Khan. It's hanging a little better. Probably gonna make sense. I mean, it's not like I have Pike available right now, because he's gonna swarm it. He's got to swarm it. Or swarm Sunday. Actually, let's suicide on that. How much of the 5.48 damage will we get? 1.49. So we didn't have much in there, but we'll try what a full load does. You know, because I used to run some of this, you know, sometimes it run like Saladins and Bortuses and things to help with this event. with these types of damage, with burning, or with burning and hull breach and all that, really kind of increase things. I mine ore in a level 38 system and need Scotty to get there. I just want to reach out to less crack. Yes, I mine in a 38 system. I want to mine in one of those 38 ore systems, and yeah, I don't because I need Scotty to do it. Exactly. Probably some of the same stuff. That's why it's like my Antares, you really notice the Antares, as it builds up, it can get a lot further and all that stuff. So that's kind of neat. Oh, have we not signed in? Let me see. This is gonna make me my two-factor authentication. Yes, it's try to confirm that I am logging into my chat. I was messing around with this software earlier. There, now we're getting try to confirm that I am logging in. Okay, that's different. Let's look at our emotes and see. Know if we get any of them. They fly around when I'm on Twitch, and even when oh, you like the music? Great. I'm glad. I enjoy this music too. This is some good stuff. Of course, it's all copyright free, which is important, or no copyright, so that we're not in trouble. But good stuff that kind of helps out with the streaming. But yes, people have offered me that same ore, I think, in level 38 systems, and I can't get to it easily, so put 579 on Stella and did well against 37s. Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I mean, I could see some of that. Yeah, I'm just kind of testing it out, and we'll get there. But trying to figure out how much damage. Obviously, if we beat that guy to that. Obviously, if we can get punch up damage and all that to really knock it out. I mean, I think we've only hit the daily. It's just later in the day, Pike will become available, and Pike PMC does a nice job of just grinding these 35s into dust, typically, which, that's useful. Let's see, what do we got here? 579 is a good idea, because I usually, only use them as the old Borg run. But even there, I use PMT. This is another reminder to me that having Jayla, or actually having Picard, they're the two officers that are kind of thwarting me at the moment. Don't have Picard, and because I have Beverly nicely leveled up and stacked defense below deck. Yeah, could make some difference. I'm always more willing to try on these small ships because it's gonna be like a 2.5 hour repair, or speed ups are pretty minimal, so we'll go through that, and we're just gonna blow up for a bit and kind of see where we've gotten, and get that stuff going. And let's see. Okay, now we're blown up, so we got 2 of these. I'll let people get some helps. We'll come back to them because we're gonna try some experimental stuff, and we're definitely gonna want to try to hit up on in the 37s or something. But let's see what this new tiered up Franklin does for this event. Apparently a little buggy, but we should all be used to that by now. So I want to kill. I'm gonna kill the. I'm gonna kill the maximum or minimum number of 37s necessary, and then move to 35s for grinding for the heroic part. Try to get the most. Use all my ships so officers get scarce when half your docks are repairing. Yeah. Are you saying you use all of them like on Swarm Sunday? I just use PMT. You know. Hey Q, how you doing? Pew pew. Welcome in there. Put those on those rooster emojis. I know we got some roosters and things like that, so. Welcome Q, thanks for stopping in as well. How's it going there? We're pewing and pewing. Quark is testing me, and I'm trying to see. Let's see, when we move through the 37, we'll go and see if I want that dry dock. Okay, so we'll fast forward the dry dock, start a gun. We'll probably rinse and repeat that process today to complete dry docks. I may start running out of resources, which will be that will thwart the plan. But we want to get to 39. Okay, now that's just what? That's just a 5. Give me those resources. I need 6 or 7 of these 37s for my dailies, I forget. So happy Sunday, Q. Chilling a little later than usual, because me and Mrs. Rooster slept in a little bit. Forgot alarms too, but I think we needed it. So, aside from feeling like I need a good bit of coffee, pretty good. Okay, that will complete the 37 part of my dailies. Now we'll go over the 35s for the rest of heroic. And we'll do some dominating and some other messing around while we wait on that travel time. Alright, let's get to that domination. Also, we are opening we're opening stuff, so let's see here. Dry dock is maxed out. It doesn't let you crank down the slider. Becomes a problem when you're doing those big ones. It always wants to go over. I would rather not waste them. Not like there's not going to be another event like this, and eventually I'll be out of these guys. So, all right. So we got play of dominance. Press help to help everybody out. Everybody's trying to dominate. Form Sunday, I send my Franklin on a 7-minute flight, send 5 ships to level 32 ships and kill everything and finish the event in about 20-30 minutes. But it cost me repairs too. Yeah, I bet it does. Yeah, I tend to work on I'm going to use a combination of the Franklin A and my baby Franklin to do it. But it locks up PMT, for all other activities, and I just kind of using that dock. But I hear you, and if speed matters, that's why I'm kind of throwing more of the kitchen sink at the Stella fight for that event, where I'm like, yeah, let's use those officers, because ideally I'd use PMC on one of them, and then we can move in Uhura and all that, or I can try Beverly. Just trying to mix and match. If I had Picard Beverly, that would be sweet. I'd be kind of happy on that. So 4 ships, only 5. No problem. Still throwing a lot of stuff at it. I have gotten, when I've started to see some of the efficiency of some of these officers. Sometimes I just can't beat. If I know that there's appreciable difference with PMC or PMT, I often just want to wait for them to be available and try to plan it out. So you can see we need 515 uncommon ore at the moment for this. So we actually have made some room, but let's get a gun, because okay, that's going to use some of our gas. There we go. Press help. Press help, everybody. If y'all can press help, please do. There we go. I will take it. Speed up this foundry. We'll see. We can start another I'm starting a dry dock, actually. So dry dock and guns, dry dock and guns. So I did Ops 37 yesterday. I sped it up from, it's 38 days. I was in the 20s or something, and I did that, and I was surprised at how little it counted for domination, which is just, you shouldn't be able to go up an Ops level in the 30s and not, like, just, okay, your domination is done for the day, All right, that's my opinion. But I think it's a correct opinion. So, don't hit that green button. All right, so we'll do double dry dock, double guns, that kind of thing. See, hey Roy Shane, how you doing? Good to see you over here as well. Let's look. Happy Sunday. The coffee's getting low, but it means you may get a little bit of chair in a bit. So I just want to build some anticipation for that chair. Let's see here. I hate it when it shows me this because it's like I can't actually do these, but it's giving me the bubbles. Never liked that. Just peeking. Okay, let's knock some of this stuff out. Yeah. And so, like I was saying, off to it was a slow start to the morning because of sleeping in, which doesn't happen very often. Usually we're waking up, and I kind of was up earlier in the night, and then felt like sleeping. Felt like sleep hard, I guess. Hey, Amalgam Refinery. Why don't you do something good here? Help me out. Help me out. Well, 2,250, much better. I got like 325 last time I pulled 3 days ago, so that really slows you down. So we'll get those pulls. We're gonna max pull here because we just got the fresh, exciting. And oh, we're already starting that. Okay. And we've got the biotics, so we might as well just pull all our biotics. Trying to keep a little bit of a backlog, but there's less reason now. I was doing that before when I wasn't getting the 37s done every day, but at this point with Franklin A, that happens. That happens every day, which is great. Now, board probes, we got them up a little bit. Doing those awaiting. We still need these guys. But I got Khan up, so that's good. So we can get Klingon, Independent, and we'll go ahead and buy a Romulan one because I know we're low on those. And we'll probably pull 500 next time. Get those Devore parts and that concentrated latinum. So I am excited. Check out those videos about the Mining Monday changes and the update to the changes, or the update to the changes followed by the updated changes after we all kind of gave them a piece of our mind. So check that stuff out because we got, with Mining Monday. I know it's only Mining Monday, but it's actually a positive direction. And Mining Monday was pretty crappy just last week because of the worst situation in my opinion. All right, what do we got here? Nice Unity. There we go. Yeah. Just like keep a monitor on this from my phone as well, especially so I can hear any weirdness. Let's see. Chips moving along. Data's almost there. Let's see. Get these guys moved up. Let me just jump to them. Trying to realize what we're gonna. What did I use for that? Good Lord. I tried to use 2 hours. Oh, is it Ferenginated? It looks like it. Okay. Screw off, Scopely. You're creating bugs again. Let's see here. Gotta watch it. I was cussing up a storm on Twitch yesterday with all the things, but have to be a little more careful over here. So like, hopefully it didn't steal all my speed ups or the game's. Hopefully the game is okay. Anybody else having problems with the internet of the game? Let's see. Well, we've got good internet stuff going on here. I'm gonna test over here. I'm gonna test on my iPad real quick in front of me. See how it's loading. And I always port it up from the iPad if I have to. It's definitely slowing down here. People having trouble? Let me see here. All right, I got in. Game's fine on your end. I got in on my iPad now. But now we'll try to go back in, because it definitely, that was definitely a buggy behavior where it wasn't taking. You had some weirdness. Okay, yeah, because on the PC app suddenly it wasn't taking my, my speed ups for repair, and it was slow getting in on iOS, but I was hanging at 70% earlier, so now we're moving through. It looks, maybe it was a blip. Yeah. The rest is, see, I guess I have the benefit of seeing the stream and knowing that everything else is running fine on the internet. And I could see that my stream quality was like not even hiccuping, which, would be what I was worried about. And it looks like it took it. I buffered. Okay, well okay, thank you. That's good to know too, because it's not showing it anything over here. But something was up. Yeah, could be. At least thankfully it was temporary. Get back here. Yeah, the rest of the stuff was fine. Well, at least it was short. I was like, oh, the game's down. I'm out. We can talk about Star Trek and how nice it would be to play if the game was up. But that was, yeah. Anyway, I'll play other games and stream them for you. Game does not handle lost packets well, and that reminds me to check my settings, because I try to get it low, and it went to 60, which we don't want. This is a problem with the new, supposedly new and improved graphical settings. It keeps overriding your change. I keep lowering it for the sake of stream quality. So trying to get that 30 FPS out there, so that it is easier for those of you who don't have the best internet, because that's kind of important, and kind of a common thing that we do with a lot of these streams. So play it high on my end when I'm playing by myself, but not when I'm trying to stream it. So I really detest is the word, I think, the fact that I have not enjoyed the upgraded optimal things, because it does not work, and it does not keep my settings, because that to me is like, you should never overwrite somebody's settings that they've manually said do it to this, unless it's like causing the game not to run or something. It's like, no, I'm locking it down here on purpose, and I keep having to do that. And sometimes when we have trouble, I go in and I see it moved up. So, see here. But yes, you want to hear me complain about it. You know, I still really like the game, but I think some of these things are. I'm like, no, you guys bit off more than you could handle with this. You're screwing up you're screwing up the graphics of the game here. Putting in some weird behaving sliders. So. Okay, what is that? Okay, so now we just need 32s and whatevers. But of course, we need more 35s for the heroic part of the event. So we'll kill 35s instead of 37s and see how far we can go. Because we're getting 10 points for 35s and above, so plenty more 35s. There we are. Also, got the baby. Not going to focus too much on baby stuff today. Just do a little bit. Use it, you know, to answer questions. If we have some lower level kind of questions or questions about how that stuff comes out. I just see my ship leveling up. That's good. So. Let me go to where there's like, why am I having trouble finding this? Don't forget your syndicate chest if you have not pulled it. Just remember mine. Thank you. I don't know if I did or not. Nope. I think I checked it in the middle of the night when it's usually available and it wasn't ready. Thank you. I appreciate the reminder. Let's check the other one because that is something I want to do on the baby no matter what. But this one, oh, it's ready too. Done your business. Hey Rooster, is anyone else thinking an hour-long TC is 30 minutes too long? I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on what you think you're getting. Gives people a chance to fight. It's kind of, you know, it favors the defender. I would say gives them a little more time to get in there and defend. So, in some ways, I think that makes some sense. You know, you should make it, you know, harder. We're, you know, if you've seen my videos and all that, we're an alliance that has taken over many territories and periodically goes in and does it. I don't have too much trouble. I think the defense is, or I don't know. No one's complaining too much, at least in our alliance when we do it. And so, has it posed a particular problem for you and your alliance? So like, are they able to rally reinforcements or something in a takeover, or is it more from the defense end? What's been your experience? Storm bits daily done. Mainly, we're looking for I don't know. Sometimes we look too much for an honorable fight, and that's been a problem. So we had, because they were declaring their intentions to take over stuff, letting people know that we were going there, and then people would like, yeah, we'll take you on one-on-one, and then of course they would bring in resistance and defense, and I was like, don't tell them, just go take this shit over. They don't deserve to have it if they can't hold it. So which has happened to us. We've been kicked out of some of these territories too. 30 minutes is 30 minutes too long. The lag is too... Oh, from the lag. Yeah, I think on one of the ones I was on, I think the one that if you saw me on Twitch, when I was doing them on Sundays when we had defense, was the only one I've really had lag with. Because usually I don't have lag. And it works okay. maybe a momentary glitch, but less lag than I've had elsewhere in the game, to be honest. So I was pretty pissed off about it when I was having the lag, though, because we also lost. I don't know that we would have won if we didn't have lag, but I couldn't even, you know, there was a, I think I was cussing a rooster storm up. So, because I couldn't even move to things I was supposed to be able to go to, and it was like really breaking the game with couldn't move between my owned territories to defend. So things like that. So F you, Scopely. But that's the only one time we've had it, and we've had a lot of battles with that. So I like the mechanic and the concepts. I disagree with some of the oligarchy, or well, maybe an oligarchy kind of rule of the territory stuff. I think that should be toppled. So let me see here. That's where I have more problems with that. More about the 1%er in the game trying to bully people, because that is what they do, and you know who you are. So, power to the people. I think it's too long, it gets boring, and the lag so much. Like, yeah, if you're definitely having lag, it is no fun. You know, sometimes we sit there though. We just, you know, we have, you know, 300. Well, not 300, but you know, it feels like we've got a few hundred ships in the territory just waiting, and you know, nothing's going on, so we're just kind of chilling out. It is annoying. I mean, it's nice when you're not being contested, because of course, you know, there's no chance of losing, but we also feel like, well, we got to sit here. So I know that's why one of the reasons I do it on Twitch with you guys, so that we can play our side games and stuff. It's like, yep, no one's attacking, let's look, let's talk, you know, as opposed to like, here's a YouTube video of us waiting for someone to attack us, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, I see. Let's see how much, because I think we're about to blow up. I don't need 85, so we are gonna have to hit some, but I think we might want to do it with the little Franklin. Finish this. Hey. Let's see here. I wish the server is pretty much split in two, so a great deal of the server crowds in 2 or 3 systems. Split into two like alliances and alliances of alliances. I hate that. I wish we were called guilds and we could have alliances of guilds. It would be a little clearer. Or fleets. Call them fleets. Fleets and alliances of fleets. Hey, we're getting a few of these, even though it looks like I'm dead. I've gotten several, and when these 10 pointers count, that's nice. That counted too. But there's just you know, you've heard me at times go off about row, because I don't mind simplified row. I don't like bullying row from the people with the credit cards. So greetings from Amsterdam, Sapphire, how you doing? So hello Sapphire, welcome and thanks for being here. There's 2 factions, pretty evenly split with many allies. Gotcha. Yeah, it's more like the people with the power and the money are kind of getting together and agreeing, how can we keep other people out of like territory and all that, and kind of like, and then punish anyone who doesn't behave. I think those people should be screwed over. You know, bring out the guillotine, you know, it's time, you know, kind of thing. So I think we need to band together and cause them lots of trouble for trying to bully and 1% their way through a game, my game. Like, screw them. We got ships, we can blow them up, you know. But you got to get it like let's get 5-10 alliances that are decent power to say these people are killing sight, you know. and we mean it. So we'll be killing sight, yeah, but you know, usually we could end up suing for peace at some point, but. So that way it is less of an issue. All right, 10 hours now to get that repaired. Be speeding through that in a minute. Let's see here. Okay, where did we get to? That's right, there's the Twitch link. I'll be on there later today. Doing probably more of this and then also some different stuff. Whales are on both sides on my server, so it maintains. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a bunch, it's whales. It's a bunch of the leading whale alliances agreeing, let's keep everyone out. I mean, I'm a dolphin who whales at times. It's not like I don't use my credit card to advance, but and I with people who sometimes spend some and all that, but you know, server 44's rows all about whales, can't OPC in deep space, wait till I'm an op start. Yes, exactly. All that stuff. The TC stuff, the deep space rules, I don't really have tolerance for them. I think those people are despicable, to tell you the truth. So I'm always like, well, do we want to get involved? Because the one power that makes us all equal is you can't buy your way through my shield. You can kill me, you can blow me up, you can raid me, but if I shield, you can F off, you know. So and if I can stay shielded long enough to do, and then of course you gotta drop shields, maybe I can waste some money on some shields, and then that way you can't effectively ruin my life while you're trying. To me, that's okay. Let's see here. Let's see what we got with fence platform is ready, dry dock is ready. Let's fast forward that. Get this because we'll probably get another gun going. I have a feeling we're gonna need it. So yeah, I didn't come play a game with the idea being that I would be playing and subservient to the Koch brothers, you know, and other high-level money manipulations of society. It's like, no, that's not really what I'm here for. So. And I swear some of them are the ones playing in these top alliances. Like, we brokered a backroom deal. Screw over people who don't spend every second of the day. That kind of thing. So let's see. How far away am I? Probably. I don't know. We made more hay this way than yesterday and the previous ones, where I'm learning not to cry as much. Get this on here. We can only do a few more of these guns like this, so when I fast forward these, we shall see. There we go. All right, we're gonna send. This will just be a suicide thing, but we'll go to Mij. Send the Gorkon 1 to do kind of a one-hit wonder. Let's see how much damage we can get. We'll hit the biggest thing, like 39 or something, that we can find in there. Other one. The other one. We'll play a little differently. We're still using the Stella. Actually, I might want to bring. I think I want to bring Beverly in this situation. I think Beverly might actually be a little better. Don't need morale, and then we can use. Yeah, I think I'll use Cadet Ahura, McCoy. Beverly, the big boosting here group, and we'll kind of see how that does. Because Beverly is going to help more since the hostile stuff, you know, this, let's see. Fine. We'll put that one in Peckinpah and let it go. Well, that's all going. I'm going to give you a little bit of chair stream. I'm going to get another cup of coffee, so we're going to go do that. Remember to hit like so that other people recognize us in the algorithm, and I'll be right back. Chair stream, CockADoodle. All right, I'm back. Hello, everyone. Thanks for waiting. Got to bring in the breakfast that Mrs. Rooster made for me, as well as some fresh hot coffee. So, with that, And so let's see. Oh, so I may mute the occasional moment to eat a bite of bacon and stuff. Let's see, 39s. There's one. Probably can't make it, but we'll give it a go. I expect to suicide if I can get to that. Somebody else is gonna snake that from me. I guess I'll go for this 37. We'll see what amount of damage we can do if we have any hull left. If we just blow up. The damage one does give you a different option. Let's see. There's a 38. 1.27 million? Does that mean we just blew up and didn't get anything? Oh my god, that was a waste. Alright, well. That was useless. I guess things didn't fire off the way I wanted them to. Go there. Bacon is a miracle food. It can even make STFC better. It does make me enjoy it. I got some nice toast and some bacon. Mrs. Rooster made for me, so I'm not gonna chomp away on my YouTube here with that, but hey, well that, I hit the shield harder, but it didn't hit the hull that hard, so that's good. So we gotta go over here. While we're watching this, I am going to mute and close the webcam for a second so I can chew a little bacon. I'll still be here. I am. I'm wailing harder on bacon was what it was. So let's see. All right, that was tasty. We're trying out different bacons from the store, trying to figure out which one we like better. Ah, go kill it. Get it. Have we moved to the point where? Are we at the point where people have hit the big ones they're going after and are starting to shift? That could be nice. Let me look at my helps. Might as well maximize my helps for my ships. No, they're not done. I'd like to get the points on the Franklin A. Another 35 for us to catch. Trying to get close, waiting for my shield to be regenerated. Thane, all those who hate the fact deep space is protected have no idea the cost of refines. You won't have OPC once you start hitting, and the only thing it hurts is the free-to-play. Y'all just can't see beyond the OPC. Shake my head. Ah. So, opposition. I don't know. I haven't gotten my deep space stuff, but there's a lot of different rules. I'm more of a simplified row. So, am I gonna get that 35? Let's see. Alright, have they hit? What do we got here? We need 250k per refine. You will wish for it back. Nah, hear you that. I usually just use my max protected cargo to do what I can, and I go back and forth. But I hear you. That's a lot of refining. I haven't really gotten into that part of the argument yet because I am not in that part of the space. So, but I don't like bully rules. That's not going to change anymore. So, it's more about how it gets kind of agreed upon. Definitely seen some people swinging their big stick, so to speak, trying to enforce some stuff that was more about might makes right, and we plan to enforce this and punish you for even like being not really connected to somebody else. So definitely seen some bad behavior out of people with beans in the game. So I think that helps to boil the sentiment. So. Yeah, I do work hard on getting all my OPC officers together and try that. Occasionally I will go ahead and do a speed mine and try to see what I can get with that. But I always know that if I get hit, it's my own dang fault. So, I mean, I think that kind of applies. That's... No, I'm not saying that in particular thing is bullying. I'm saying there is bullying, and it kind of depends on how this stuff goes over. If everyone's agreeing and it serves, if it's not like, well, we're keeping you out, there's elements of restricting people, and a lot of kind of bullying. It's like we are reinforcing that, and usually there's some people that are forcing some of those rules that have a tendency to actually not follow the rules when it doesn't suit them, and that they can F themselves as far as I'm concerned. So you either follow the rules, we all agree, and everyone gets a fair shake, or, you know, I don't care, we're pulling the rug out of you, let's unite and topple it, you know. I mean, that's like, but I'm not calling what you're talking about a bullying. It depends on how it's done and how it's agreed. And I think each server's rows there's some caustic crap in some of these servers, and that is not a good thing. So, you're on 44. I am not on that server, but I know there's caustic stuffs in places, so I don't know the situations. But it sounds like you'll need to protect your cargo at some point. So, it's just cute. Does the Sarco ability work for both attack and defend? No, it should be defending on a mine or on a capture node. No, wait. Let's read it. Let me see here. Let's get the sarcophagus. What? Close up quarters. When attacking or defending on a capture or mining node. Well, it says is an active takeover. In an active takeover, the weapon damage is increased. So it sounds like if you attack a node, it sounds like it does. I mean, that's the way it reads. Whether it's coded correctly to the way it reads is its own thing. I always bring that up because I'm coming from Scopely's other game where things things don't work. So things don't work and they can't make them work. So but no, I'm not calling anyone in particular a bully. I know there are bully tactics. I've seen them, and they've been. I have. You know, to me, it's worth doing something about it. That is not a comment on any particular row in any particular server. I've seen them plenty on my server here, and been on the recipient end and been involved in some of the fights and the sometimes pseudo negotiations about some of that stuff. So let's see here. Speed this up. No, I've been involved in the Discord parliament for some of the rows in the past, and I'm part of an alliance that is in the rule-making set, a voting set, of my own. So. Oh yeah, sorry, Mick. Hello, that's right. Hey, LaRue. He said hello, LaRue, so thank you for saying it again. Hey, Mick, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Sorry, we're getting into a row thing. Makes the blood boil on all sides, I think. Let's see here. All right, is this thing done? How is your Sunday, Mick? Let's see. Oh, I am almost out of these. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna move this. Let's see where we are. Now read the description of the ship's ability under the ship tab. Oh, I gotta read it twice, is what you're saying. Okay, let's see. And also, we didn't just fit. Oh, we finished it. Clear the coast is done. Alright, well, amen. Alright, let's go look at that. Sarcophagus. So the ability, is it under the details? Is that what you're saying? Revered, symbol of all, brutal, now in possession. The scene ship that will lead clean. Okay, I think we were talking about the ship ability, right? Yeah, so. On a capture or mining, I mean, the only way you can attack on a capture or mining node is to attack one that has somebody else sitting on it. I mean, at least the way it reads. What if it's actually true? I'm not sure, but anyone in chat had been able to like prove or disprove that in their own battles? I usually try to get my sarcophagus on an empty node so that I can then receive attacks, kind of working from that way. Right, y'all can agree to disagree and sort it out on 44. But let's see here. Where are you reading the ship's ability in the dock location? Use the ship tab up. Not here. Somewhere else. I'm not following where else I'm supposed to read it. Where are you reading the ship's ability is in the dock location. Use the ship tab up at the top left. The ship tab. Like when I'm... No, y'all sort it out. It's fine. I mean, again, we welcome the different opinions. And all that. And again, I don't know if, how each row is a little different in each part of it. Some of it is inappropriate and bullying, and I think deserves an extreme prejudice response. Some of it makes sense, and I've been on both sides of that argument over time, and I've probably changed how I feel about some of it at different times. The ship tab, that is located under your avatar picture in the top left corner of the screen. Ah, that one. the button. And it has a different description in here, you're saying. Also, does anyone know why I am not allowed to buy Cosmic Cleanup for a second sarcophagus? Because I've got a member of my alliance who is in the same level and is able to do that, and I've never seen more than one option. There you go. 86, 100% to weapon damage when fighting on nodes during... Well, when fighting on nodes during a territory takeover. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think there are some places where it makes sense. I think what I know, at least I've seen and others reported, is those rules getting broken by the people that claim to be so butthurt when they're they're the ones breaking it. And when that happens, that ain't kosher. So, because you can't be a member of one of the top alliances and not follow the rules that you then punish other people for breaking. So that part is where they can sit and spin, as far as I'm concerned. All right, sorry about that, Q, on that trying to get to that thing. Well, this one doesn't negate what the other ability says, in my opinion, because fighting is both. I would say. It does look like it should, from what we're reading here, but so fighting means attacker. No, I'd say fighting means either, because you're fighting either way when you're attacking or defending. You're in a fight. I mean, that's the way I'm reading that. And the other one says when attacking or defending. So to me, those are consistent. But again, kind of depends. Scopely doesn't always English well, and so that's the question. Is it do they actually mean what they say? And I don't know. And did they code what they meant? On the Marvel Strike Force side, those cannot be assumed to be correct. Usually when they fix it, they don't fix it. Here they do actually seem to try a different approach. They might be like, no, we mean it to work this way, so we'll have to fix it or change it somehow. I mean, like Barrett's case with Barrett's officer ability that they could never make work. They eventually just moved on, but that was a little less important. Let's see here. Do I have my timer on for this? No. Okay. My timer for the miner. All right. And I keep wanting to check the swarm progress so we can figure out what ship we're sending out. So I'm gonna do this. Let's see. 25 points to the top. 25 points for this, so that's 3. I can kill 3 and then go 32s. We'll do it with the little guy. But no, healthy discussions, as long as we're respectful, it all works out fine over here. I can tell you that when I was a voting member in the Row Discord, gosh, my server, it was real pain in the rear, not fun, and driven to madness with some of the stuff, and to see some of the stuff. There's a lot of stuff to see, a lot of it not good. But some of it, sometimes I just think a simplified row will make it easier, because we get into all these conniptions and stuff about things that I don't, some issues with. But we're not gonna spend that. It's Dalgon, take me away. There we are. All right. Make sure you know where the Twitch is, I hope, because we're gonna have some twitching over there. Hopefully this works when I do it like this. It probably does. Checking. So this little delay. There! Okay, yes it did. Does this work? I don't think so. We'll find out. It'll be delayed if it does work. Alright, let's look. I needed to pull on Stella. I should have gotten enough. Yeah, 88. So we can always grind a little more. Maybe do some armadas. All right. Some of those commands work better on Twitch itself. But that's fine. All right, I appreciate everyone being here. And let's see. Action. Got my ship flying. All right. Defense platforms are ready. Oh, those have moved down. Let's see. This one should be further ahead. Let's see, is that 12? Let's get one of these done and see how fast or slow it moves. How much it moves the dial. Because we're going to run out of... I mean, I need to spend the resources on these. I do want the docks and the guns upgraded. Definitely want to do it during these events. So I'll see. Do I skip the Mayflower for the Saladin? Unlock the Mayflower, I would say. On there, what ops are you now? Are you like hitting? Are you 26 now, Mick? I'm sorry if you said something. No, I see the high. So okay, I didn't miss that. You're gonna eventually want to max out and scrap a Mayflower later, so you might as well unlock it. And it's eating gas, whereas the Saladin's eating crystal, so it isn't as big of a deal. What was that? This thing just died on me. So, and are you single faction? Or meaning you won't have another, yes, level 26. Do you have Klingon or Romulan also in, like as a dual faction? So, because some of that strategy, I mean, there's a few different things to consider. So, also, another muddying question. How's your Franklin doing with your swarm? Let's see. Does Stamets officer ability decrease to opponent's armor work when initiating an attack? I never see him used even on third or fourth PvP ships. I mainly see him used just to make flying or summoning disco stuff. So I couldn't tell you that it doesn't work for sure. It may work and it may not be as effective as some of the other PvP stuff that's out there. And it may just be that people are so focused like to keeping him available for summoning for other purposes, you know, and reduced mycelium costs and all that it doesn't matter, because he's not overpoweringly good, even if it does work. That would be the question. Yes, Mick, still trying to help you out. The Mayflower is a weird ship. It's not super great, and now that it can't cloak and the other two ships of the 26 can, that helps a little. You won't be eating your resources for a Saladin with a Mayflower. You will with a D3, or you know, so that is something to consider. We know you'll need that ship eventually, and you'll be making them. Like, I haven't started scrapping those yet because I'm still working on some of my other stuff, but I'll eventually start maxing out D3s and Mayflowers and scrapping them, and the Romulan ship, which I always have to look up if it's the Legionary or the Centurion or which one it is, because I've never had it. Let's see here. Let's look. So other thing is I depended on my Mayflower for a while when my Franklin was underpowered around that level stage, and so I actually had to use my Mayflower and then later my Saladin to take care of my swarms, particularly on Swarm Sunday, until I finally fixed and rectified that situation. So, however, the Franklin takes G3 gas just like the Mayflower does. So, if your Franklin is not hanging, you may want to devote that gas there until it gets up to speed where you can complete your tougher daily, swarm daily with it. Let's see here. Oh, all right, we were supposed to look at our progress. So, let's see. All good questions. But yeah, I'm trying to catch my disco up. My disco's I think now at tier 8, and I'm trying to unlock summon at the same time, which they do not work well because you need the same rare, difficult to grind resource for both. So if I forget and upgrade the ship, I'm falling behind on my disco research. So I'm trying to like pause it and then I'll resume maxing out the disco a little later once I get it summoning, is the idea. So I know it's a bigger deal as I get higher in level. You know, having that ability will be more important. It's been not super important now, but already I can tell I need it for the my amalgam runs, because I can possibly double the millions of what I get that way, so we shall see. All right. Display of dominance. Oh, we're done. Well, thank you for those guns and boards. I'll probably let that defense platform go. I might save it for the next, well, I'm sure we'll get a domination event during the downtime. I've been told the Sally is the best ship for my level. Well, at 28, the Sally is the best of the 328s. That's true. The only downside, and it's a new downside, is the cloaking issue. That you can't cloak. You can't cloak with the Mayflower Sally combo, and you can with either Klingon or Romulan options. So you'll be down on cloaking. Now, honestly, I don't even run my cloaking dailies every day, and no one can really afford to run all of them fully. But when the event comes, which it does a couple times a month, sometimes more, where you have to do the cloaking and all that, it really helps to have a ship that allows you to do that. So we're chipping away, but we're not there. Let's see. We don't have any more Dabo. So I mean, you should definitely get the Sally. I would not really skip the Sally. I know there was some discussion again because of cloaking. Sometimes people were saying, well, maybe you should not go Federation, but I don't think that's wise. But you should get cloaking sorted out. Now, but the Mayflower is not going to really hurt you in progression towards the Sally if that's all you're if you're only focusing on the Fed side. Then you should unlock the Mayflower, just maybe not spend a lot of resources on it until later it becomes clearer, because later on you will need to max it, because scrapping it at max gives you free primes later at level 34 and beyond. So unless you're spending money on those primes, that's going to be something that you're going to want to do, so you might as well get it. And then you can, maybe you may find a use for it. It may help with base defense, a little bit, things like that. You may leave it at home and brew it. And again, like I said, it can help. It can do swarms. The Sally's great. I guess we spent stuff. I don't use my Sally as much because I've been dual faction and I have the Burrell, which is not a popular choice for people, and the Burrell outperforms the Sally. My Burrell and my Bordas often have outperformed the Sally for some of my hostile grinding, but I do use it. And again, it depends on where you want to grind, at what level, and all that. So I do fine with the Saladin and some other places, like in Romulan space. So it's still there. And if I didn't have the Burrell, I'd be using the Saladin a lot more. But I have a big Burrell. So let's see. Okay, so we got domination. Oh, I think we're now on threats from beyond. Yeah, we need to kill 3 35s. Yeah, no, I hope it's helpful. And again, I find the game more fun when you can get more ships. You know, kind of a collector Pokemon kind of mentality. It's like, it's usually fun when you have those ships. If you don't, you know, then it's like, well, and I think that's part of the issue for some folks as well, is that it's, yeah, Barella's awesome, Sally's a beast. They're both true, right? You know, it's just like, and the Bortus is actually pretty dang good. And now that you could also theoretically cloak your Bortus, that gives it, makes it a little bit better. I don't have that on. I just have a cloak on my D3. The one I got, I want to say free, but included with paying for the initial battle pass that introduced cloaking. And I use that, but I really want to get my Burrell cloaked. Because one, my Burrell is almost a max. Come on, show me my, okay. My Burrell is one gun away from maxing out. Tier 9, maxed, you know, all that stuff. So, you know, so it's beefy, it can do a lot, and I use it a lot for hostile grinding and everything. So I think that would be a better place, because I would actually do my cloaking dailies more often, and they cost more on a Burrell or a Bortus versus like a D3 or whatever, any 26 ship that can cloak. Gone! There he is. So that is, you know, something to be aware of, because you just can't afford. You can't afford to do too much of that stuff. Only regret with my Burrell is it took gas from. Exactly. That is the issue with the Burrell, and you have to know that going into it. There's nothing wrong with the Burrell, but it steals gas from your Enterprise that you won't have yet. And then that takes a little while. So by working on my Burrell, I knew I was putting off working on my Enterprise, but as you can see, I'm focused on getting the Augur and the D4 first, all because of the way I've played this. But people have been impressed by the Burrell, so depends on the crew. Well, certainly the crew will make the different ships better. That's, but I wasn't sure to which part you're replying about that. Mick, Sally is best, or if it's about the Burrell and the Sally. Hey J Rock, hey, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, Fart jokes probably will show up. Let's see here. All right, we've got that. Let's go down to the 32 section. We'll go to Frista. We got to be careful because a lot of ganking people in there. So best 28. Oh yeah, no, Saladin still wins. Saladin still wins. There are just additional pros of some of the other ships, particularly I would say particularly the Bortus, but so I'd say Saladin first, Bortus second. Romulan ship that I can't remember its name third. Now I do hold things against the Romulans because I think they have bad hair. And to me, that makes me not want to be a Romulan most of the time. But I do love the Augur. It's a beautiful ship and it's really great. But it's my first Romulan ship. So, I feel like I skipped the chaff and went straight to the ching, you know. But yeah, Saladin's great at 28. And it still performs. I just, you know, I used it yesterday, Friday on, I'm using it for Doomsday Worms with a speed crew. Now, because it's faster and I needed to beat people out. Rami here, legendary all the way. Gotcha. Well, it depends on, for the crew for the Sally's going to depend on what you're doing, Mick. You know, if you're hostile grinding, you're going to use the same PMC, PMT stuff based on what you're hostile grinding. I mean, there are some other options and all that. In PvP, that that's where it can benefit to do some hull breaching and kind of crit blasting things related to the kinetic weapons and all that. So then you get some different options, but it depends on what you're doing. And you can always, like I got kind of in my faction officer video, you can always do like Kirk Spock Bones, Kirk Spock Khan, like in some Armada stuff, because it still helps the Saladin, even though that's meant for explorers, essentially. Saladin does well. I mean, it does well. You need to have the better crews. The biggest problem with your Saladin is, of course, it's an interceptor, so it has a reduced hull compared to definitely a battleship, and it has reduced shield compared to an explorer. So both are essentially better, but the Saladin is pretty dang powerful. So it does fine if you use the battle triangle and use the right officers. So I usually grind. I usually grind with my Saladin like in Terra Nimerus, where I'm hitting level 40s, 39s, 38s, and 40s Romulan space. But I'm hitting battleships with the interceptor, and I'm using Pike Moreau Chen. So we have the right officer and we have the battle triangle favoring us. So you need to pay attention to that stuff. But I try to pay attention to that in all situations, except to the degree that when I'm using my Burrell, I will often fight like the explorers in Wolf, because of the neutrality of the battle triangle, and then I use PMC or something C. Airbowl cut gets us out of the barber faster and back into the deception path. No, that I believe that's true. It's probably like who can take you seriously is with that hairbowl cut. That is probably true. Here we go. Yes, I like the Klingons. I mean, I like Federation stuff, and I like the Klingons. Battle, glory, honor. Today is a good day to die. All that stuff, There's something about that I do enjoy.
Sir, I protest. I am not a merry man.
So let's kill some of these and see what's up. All part of the deception. It probably is. Feel like it leads to no dates on prom too, but I don't know. How slow is the Bortus? As slow as it can be. Slower than a grandmother with a walker. Yeah, you do want to get calm. But, as you start working on your Swarm Sunday in the higher levels, is it 28 or 32 when you start getting con shards? That really helps. It's as slow as the Augur, which are like the two slowest battleships out there. But you get used to it. You learn, don't race people for things because you're going to lose. Places, go for things that are close. Go farm away from other people. If somebody else wants it, even if it's a grandmother with a walker, they're going to beat you to it. Know that, unless they're in an Augur or a Bortus, which is usually not the case. So the Saladin is going to help with that because it gets places a lot faster than like a Bortus does. I usually when I do, like if I was in Wolf, I used it to grind in Wolf along with my Burrell at the same time, and I just put it at a different part, and if something showed up there, I would hit it there, and all that. But yeah, it's slow, but it's a good ship. Can give you some base defense. 4-star battleship gets even slower. That is thrilling. That is thrilling to contemplate. Having my battleship, my Bortus and my Augur actually be considered hot rods compared to some other battleship is like kind of like wow. So scout hunting with a yes, scout hunting. I know if you watched on my streams either here or elsewhere where I catch the scouts with Augurs and Bortus, we play celebration tunes. I sing and dance when it looks like I'm going to get one, and I do, because it's like that is a special, like I am elite EPing player when I can catch a scout with those, for sure. So usually it means I'm the only one in the system awake or paying attention. But I'm okay with that. It does happen enough if you're hunting. I don't go hunt scouts. I go farm hostiles and I look for the scouts when they're there. So that's the difference. I would never use it on purpose to go after scouts. Warp speed? Oh, I don't know. You have to look at stfc.space on that. And you mean from like of the level 28s? I mean, my initial thought is, aren't they all similar at the level? But that one I wouldn't know. And I don't even have all the ships, so we'd have to look at the spreadsheets. But I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, warp speed wouldn't be my decision between like the 28 ships or anything. I'd get the one that the one that's available, one, you know, for some of these other cons, because if it's 30 seconds slower, well, you know, Botany Bay is very fast, I can tell you that. Where are we on our swarmage? We're not done yet with that. $17. All right. This has made, you know, doing this kind of 1-2 punch with the Franklin A and the baby Franklin's making Swarm Sunday, not too bad. Charles Gorin, usually explorers have the best warp speed. Thanks, Charles. I've never really tracked it down. I know some of them are slower, that's true. I mean, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna take a while to get there, but I usually just go do something with another ship while they're traveling. Or I often at least do 2 ships for some of the hostile grinding I'm doing. Except when I'm doing Swarm and it's like 1 ship, But if it was a 28, I'd probably still get the Saladin. And, you know, even if that means it's slower than the Romulan Explorer. I mean, in general, I think for purposes of the triangle, it's good to have a mix of these 3 types of ships that you can use. Like when we're doing faction hunting and stuff, because I'll start getting them out, trying to figure out what's my battle triangle, how do I want to work this out, where's the location of the hostiles I'm looking for, which ship, you know, is going to help me the most. But fuel additive from Spaceballs, you know, on TV boost. Yes, you can do. Well, I mean, you could also just use a warp speed enhancing exocomp. If you have them. I ran out of them a long time ago. So, and we're not going to talk about what I cussed about losing yesterday on stream with lag misclicking. No. Let's see. All right. So, after our efforts, did we get anywhere with Crazy Quark's test is one question. I need to check that in a minute, but I am reminded that I shouldn't be leaving my rapidly cargo filling up Franklin. For all you dirty players out there who are going to look to hit me OPC as a floating battleship, or warship, I should say. Let's see here. My mouse was sometimes, yeah. Well, it definitely happened to me, and you know, that's a common error that happens on BlueStacks, but I wasn't expecting it on the PC app. That happens a lot on like Marvel Strike Force. We accidentally do 2 upgrades instead of 1, and a lot of times there's an upgrade to the T4s that you don't want to do unless you mean to do them, and like it happens by accident. So we had a battle over TC yesterday. No joke, it was over a minute to finish a battle sometimes. You mean just the cycling up? Aren't those battles? Or is it like related to the lag? And like the 6-second battle took 60? Or curious. Does Enterprise A stink like people say? I don't know. That's what level is that one? OPL and warships never had an issue. Oh, I definitely have that. Enterprise A. Now, what level? I don't have that one. You know, solidarity shout out to Ukraine. Well, we're definitely trying to go against war and aggression. That's for sure. Lag on the battle. Oh, that is yucky. Oh, definitely. Definitely so. It's got a bad new ship smell. Let's see here. There we are. I am glad that folks have got their free disaster shields. We used to get those a lot for the hurricanes too, and all that. Somebody was complaining about that in Discord. And the truth is, we get them when there's bad hurricanes. We often would get a free 7-day shield, although it wasn't self-imposed by like the maintenance ones. But I think a lot of that was before they started doing the maintenance ceasefire shields or whatever. But Enterprise A, I don't know enough about it at this point. It may smell bad, like JB said. But as I get closer, I'll be investigating it a little more. I mean, it's... Con is done. So I'll have to look at everything on STFC. Space. Look and compare. I think often the issue is things get boiled down a little incorrectly, and it's probably not nearly as it's probably not the same issue. Let's see here. We gotta move that. Data's done. Pull that sucker over. Not heard anything. Yeah, but I mean, I think with people, you know, there's a lot of discussion about the meta, and then there's the meta of the ships. I'm gonna pile 7-day shields as hurricanes don't quite reach me. Yeah, I used a lot of them when I quit the game for a while. I just used 7-day shields that I'd accumulated from all those during that time for like a few months, and I just re-shield on Sundays or something while I kind of took a break. Then I started playing again and realized I wanted to go, and I reached out to Dai. JV's in there with me because they have been good folks from all my years of playing and being allied with them, and they took me in, and I have enjoyed it. So, but I think there's a lot of funky meta out there right now, I would say, that gets discussed, and it's not when we start talking about something, how it works, how it doesn't work, and all that, and I'm like, most of it is misleading to the lower level player who's building up initially, because it's like, oh, you know, it's like a subtle difference that's prioritized at something, you know, usually neglects the fact that, you know, one, you're playing a game that you should have some fun with, and two, that, you know, you may have some what I call developmental needs, you know, things you need to accomplish that certain ships or activities will actually help you with. And by skipping them, you end up kind of hamstringing yourself in other parts of the game for this fairly little supposedly elite push, you know. So you have to take a lot of that with a grain of salt. Plus, another thing that's been happening is ships over time in this game have been they've adjusted ships. If a ship is underperforming, they may find a way to boost it over time, and so by the time we get to it, if you're not there yet, you know, they have changed it. We definitely had that with the Mayflower. The Mayflower used to be called the Payflower, and it was worse, and then they did a distribution, and that boosted the Explorers. So a lot of ships have kind of been worse at different times and have gotten better because of some additional balancing and stuff. Never nerfing, which is good. They don't nerf the better ship, they just make some of the other ships better so that they can kind of hang a little better. So I'm just maxing out here. Okay, we're full. Alrighty. Send this guy home. Probably subspace interference. All right. So what we're gonna do, we've not completed everything. I'm gonna switch us over to Twitch in a second because we've got our Threat from Beyond done and we've got our domination event done. This is the fastest I've done those, yay. We're gonna work on Quark's test some and see what else we need to do and talk, and then have some more side games and stuff, you know, over on the Twitch side. So I'm gonna take this down. Not forget the original intent was that we were not supposed to have an easy time getting all this shit. Very true, very true. You have to make choices. I mean, they didn't intend for us to be able to try faction lock, but that has certainly been a good thing about the game. But yeah, so you should sacrifice, and that's gonna help. That's why I'm always like dual faction. It gives you better options, and then you'll have a wider fleet to deal with stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna go over. I'm gonna close here and relaunch, and we're talking about 3 minutes or less just to relaunch the different software to get the Twitch stream going. And of course, we'll play, and we'll have some side games and a little more shenanigans. And I won't have to watch my mouth as much if I'm wanting to cuss. Although I'm feeling pretty good. You got them all. I know. I got most of them. I got most of them myself. I like that. So you guys, I appreciate it. Make sure you put a like down below to promote us with the algorithm after we get done. Also, put a comment down below. That helps with the algorithm too after this thing closes. So I appreciate it. I'll be back on YouTube streaming Sunday again. So if you haven't subscribed, I hope you do. And I appreciate everyone being here. So come on over to Twitch. Be right over there. Just up above is the link for it from the automated thing. So lay_rooster on Twitch. So see you over there. CockADoodle do.